Have you watched your bright child spark dim in middle school? That moment is heartbreaking. I know it was for me when I lived it, and my parents. I'm Dyslexic Kev. I've lived this pre-post college into my professional career. I now guide families from heavy worry to real hope. Why do so many dyslexic children, to teens, lose confidence in middle school? Here's what research says. Dyslexia affects 1 in 5 people across every background to intelligence level. Dyslexic struggle commonly peak again in middle school, when language, planning, and organizational skills become a major focus. My mom had a full-time job, drove hours to and from, cooked the family dinner and prepared that, still sits with me for 2 hours every night to study, just like all of you mothers do, fathers. She'd say to me, I'd lie awake asking, how can I help Kevin learn? How can I advocate at school? What can I do more? What am I missing? We studied for hours. I still brought home failing grades. She couldn't figure out why. The stress touched our entire family, even my siblings. That wasn't failure. It's a system that didn't fit my wiring. By adolescence, many students with dyslexia have grown accustomed to failure and begun suffering the effects of anxiety, depression, low self-esteem in both their academic and personal lives. I started pulling away inward. People thought I was timid. I had GI upset before school, and after school, I was exhausted. Research shows that 40 to 60% of dyslexia children develop psychological symptoms. That number is real. It's preventable. More on that later this month. Watch for it. The Thrive for D approach rests on 3 anchors. 1, connection before correction. Before strategies, your teen needs to feel safe. Listen without rushing to fix. Celebrate creativity and big picture thinking, not just grades. Emotional safety opens every door. Mindset over method. The 2025 IDA confirms dyslexia is neurobiological, not a reflection of intelligence. Students with dyslexia who receive clear explanations of their wiring stop believing they are dumb, bad, or lazy, and start believing they can learn differently. Dyslexic thinkers, naturally strong at spatial reasoning, creative problem solving, and big picture connections. Matter of fact, the World Economic Forum confirms that these skills I mentioned heading into 2030, and that Fortune 500 companies like Cisco and Apple are hiring these people and stopped hiring traditional thinkers. That's not a consolation prize. That's a superpower. Forward motion. Small, consistent steps rebuild confidence. Daily routine, chunk tasks to support networks like 504, IEP plans, audio to digital tools. Mindset shifts are often noticeable in 4 to 8 weeks. Lasting change typically takes 3 to 6 months. They begin closing their gaps, independent. I wish I had a coach. It would have saved me 4 gap years of my life after high school. You're looking for the understanding that makes the difference. When you truly see how your child or teen brain works, the relationship, motivation to the future all begin to shift. Current stats of dyslexia is on the rise. Texas, I just saw, had a 600% increase of dyslexic kids. I offer a free 60-minute consult. The link is in the description for more information. I'd love to help your family move from worry to hope. I help dyslexic teens build confidence for a lifetime.